We're back here again, guys. Another day, another prediction go wrong. The right man won at the end of the day, and I just want to give Josh Buatsi his flowers. But before I get into it, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and do all of that amazing stuff. JB boxed amazingly last night. His jab was really good, very good. I can see much improvements between his last fight until now. The head movement, bruv. Buatsi's head movement before was really bad, and it's improved drastically. I have to give him his credit for that. Defensively, his guard was a lot more tighter. His footwork was a lot more sharper, more coordinated. He was going in and out of shots. He was dictating the pace of the fight. He cut the ring off when he needed to cut the ring off. That guy boxed really well last night. You have to give him his flowers. How the fight transpired, Josh Buatsi started off with the first couple of rounds like a house on fire, as expected from my preview. Between round 3 to round 6, he had his moments. He had periods of time where he really dominated, but coming to think about it, there was a large portion between round 3 and round 6 that Josh Buatsi took off. Craig Richards, on the other hand, first couple of rounds when I said that he should have been jabbing, single jabs, using his footwork and kind of staying on the outside, he wanted to firefight a bit more, got caught out. First round, I think he was in a really heated exchange. Craig Richards took a while to get settled into the fight, but when we're talking about both parties in and around the middle part of the fight, this is where I think it was won and lost. Josh Buatsi, his battery was a bit drained, but Craig Richards didn't capitalise on that opportunity. He was almost a bit weary of the attacks that were going to come to him, and he didn't really defend his range as much as I would have expected. Because in my preview, I said that he should jab as soon as Buatsi even steps anywhere near the range, jab, like just to be constantly jabbing. Now, every occasional moment, he should throw the right hand and show him that, look, if you do come into this space, this is what you can expect. But he didn't do enough of that, which meant that Buatsi was comfortable in entering Craig's range and therefore kind of building on his attacks and creating moments where he could cause Craig Richards some frustration. Now, round 8 in particular is one round I want to talk about. This was a round that Craig could have got Buatsi the hell out of there, but it didn't transpire because for 2 reasons. One, Buatsi's defense was very good in that fight, and you know what, he threw a couple of shots in counter just to keep Craig off, and you know what, that actually worked. Coming to think of it, it probably worked. Craig's also accuracy of punching in this fight compared to his last couple of fights wasn't great. There was a lot of missed shots. For me, if you're going to be a defensive fighter, your shot accuracy has to be good. Not only in boxing, in any sport. If I'm sitting back defending and I get one chance to counter attack, it can't be a wasteful chance. You have to capitalize on that moment. He didn't really dominate in round 9 either, and this was the round straight after he really stuck it on Buatsi. He should have won round 9 in my opinion. Last couple of rounds, I think Buatsi kind of took dominance, took control, and in that last round, Craig wanted to enter a firefight with which, had there been a 13th round, for example, he probably would have got knocked out. In my opinion, because he was already out there. He was drained completely from the clinching, the inside fighting, etc. Overall performances from both parties. Craig, I'm gonna have to give him a 7 out of 10. A 7, maybe a 7.5 out of 10. Okay. Buatsi, I have to give him an 8.5, maybe even a 9 out of 10. He fought really good. He wasn't completely faultless. There was a few things he had to work on regarding his stamina and taking large chunks of a round out, and maybe because of Craig's activity in those rounds, it didn't really cause much problems. But I have to give a rating in terms of a 9 or even an 8.5 to Joshua Buatsi based on the improvements from his last fight against Bolotniks. That was the head movement alone. You have to give him that. I'm disappointed to get a prediction wrong. Really disappointed to get a prediction wrong. we move on to next week. I think it's Javante Tank Davis against Ramiro. I'll be doing a live watch along. On to the next video. Peace and prosperity, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Peace.